Whoa!
So we've noticed you're all here today, and we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to the hearts of New Zealanders. You know, a lot of us Kiwis out here, we really love the Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien. You know, that it was just something that really took our country from a shithole, a beautiful shithole, but it took us from usually into straight up ramen noodles. So we have Hayden Wayne with us here today, and we're
Hello.
going to talk about something else.
Yes. I think we've got some fun stuff to talk about tonight.
It's going to be super fun for us, not for y'all to pay attention to, shall we say. But Hayden, oh my boy. So Weta has we didn't actually I didn't find out about this until recently when they announced that they were delaying it yet again. But there's
Mm.
a Tales of the Shire game.
Yeah, there is, and I saw this come across my timeline the other day, and immediately thought, "Oh, okay. What do we have here?" And they proceeded to immediately just take a crap on any hopes and dreams that I had, because this is definitely the type of game that I would play. I like the relaxing, go fishing, kind of live your life games, just as much as I like the games where it's fast paced, lots of shooting and action, or hack and slash games. I love all types of games. And this one had my attention for about 3 seconds into the video that I saw.
Well, hold on now. Like everyone loves their Animal Crossings, for everything there is a season. So you can enjoy games of all different types depending on your mood. Now,
Mhm.
what upset I want to ask you, what upsets you about this? There's a woman back in the kitchen.
I mean, which in modern day would be problematic, but honestly, that's the kind of society that I'm pushing back to. I want women in the kitchen and men working, and I want to have a meal whenever I get home. I don't have any problem with this whatsoever. And, some games where you cook, they're actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, there definitely are. Women back in the kitchen is definitely a good thing. We know we're going to lose our female audience from this, but we don't give a fuck. Get back in the
It's okay.
kitchen.
Bye.
Say bye now. Bye bye. So, everything that I've seen from this, and let's just go ahead and go straight into this little guy right here.
Mhm.
So we can we can let y'all see the trailer.
We
Okay,
love
Hobbit.
hobbits, and with Tales of the
Huh?
Shire, we want to
Wait,
immerse you
there
in
it
it.
was.
Re-
Everyone
Where that
has
what
to
was?
be. Well, let's go back to the dev. The first dev that we saw. Sure, they have
I
a funny little waddle, but this, I think
I
we
was
know
gonna
what we're
talk
getting.
about the waddle. It's like, man, she either just got off a horse or she just fucked like a man.
Yeah, no, the waddle's bad. Like that's bad, just design. Like, why would you want your characters, even if they are hobbits, to move like that? Because like I understand that there may be some dwarves that have like waddles and stuff, but it's because they end up bow-legged. Hobbits aren't like just
Hmm.
bow-legged creatures. They're just they're short in stature. This is a strange gait that we're seeing here.
It's extremely strange, and also a lot of the reason why like dwarves and stuff like that, not dwarves so much as they're riding on horses all the time, so they're constantly splay legged. But dwarves like constantly armed up for battle or going into the mines or like whatever like that. Like, yeah, I mean, some people who are into physical sports, like if you play soccer for a long time or if you run track and field, you become bow-legged
Yes.
and get shin splints and stuff like that. Your neck, your legs and thighs and um, calves naturally bow out in order to support the weight in a more gyroscopic pattern.
Right.
That's a little bit too scientific for this, but what I do want to point out about this little thing is look at the fucking textures, man. They're trying to announce like, "Hey, welcome to this world." There's like no texture here at all.
No, it's in 64 textures, basically. Like this is slightly better texture, maybe, than we got in Ocarina of Time. But we don't even have the grass that you could cut. So like it doesn't look great right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen mobile games that look better than this.
Now, the water texture, I will say, looks like it may be an okay cell shaded texture, but the rest of it just looks awful. Like the wood texture, the grass, it's all just wrong.
And yeah, it looks like a mobile game. However, let's go to their own website and look how it's being released.
Oh my god.
Xbox Series X, PS5, Nintendo Switch.
Switch is the only one. Oh wait, is that Netflix?
Netflix games. That
Netflix games. That looks
cool.
like the only thing that this makes sense to be on, with the textures and the way that they're building out this game. That's the only thing that makes the graphic quality even make any sense, because frankly the game looks like shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is something that, like I said, I would have been excited about, but looking at the textures and stuff like that, it's like, how can you argue that this should be released on PS5 or even the Nintendo Switch?
I don't know. And instead of getting mad with all the bullshit of Rings of Power coming out and how they're just completely destroying the lore, I think we should clown on it a little bit. And this is, yes, a little bit childish, but one of the first things I thought whenever I read this paragraph was able to share home cooked meals. We already talked about women, get your ass back in the kitchen. Stop bitching so much and just go cook your man a meal. Yeah. Visit the Green Dragon, because everyone loves a lush. They're easy to take home at the end of the night. And furnish your hobbit hole.
Hold on.
We all know.
What do you mean by your hobbit hole? Are we talking about bedazzling and stuff like that, or is there something? Oh, the homes. Okay, I got you.
Oh no, I was gonna hope that we were like sponsored by Manscaped or something, because that's the way I was. That was the hole that I was gonna go down.
That's exactly how I read it too. Man, this game is going to be a disaster.
And it has already been delayed, but in what, 12 days? Less than that.
Yeah.
In 8 days.
Less than that.
Yeah, 8 days. They're going to give another inside look, because as of this filming, it is September the 14th. So they're going to give us even more look. But this is the only thing that this is the only selling points that they're trying to give to us.
Yes, I mean it's Animal Crossing Lite. Like they're not even giving us the stuff you can do in Animal Crossing.
Yeah. You can go to the pub. You can cook a meal on a 4-burner stove with the Shire. In case you don't know from lore, it's kind of closed off. Most of like the civilized world doesn't know about it. It's an own little nook protected by the magic of the elves, which is why most people don't know about it. Have never seen a halfling in their lives. They don't have iron workers there. I don't know if you knew.
Yeah, I did. And it's
when you put the kettle on, you're sticking it over like an open flame in the hearth. You could see it in Bag End in the Fellowship of the Ring. And Bilbo is one of the wealthiest ones there. He is the wealthiest one by far, but he doesn't like to let his riches show. He just knows that he doesn't have to want for anything for the rest of his life.
I don't understand who the game's target audience is, because it's not going to be Lord of the Rings fans. It's already too broken in the sense that what we see is a diverse Shire. Like it's super diverse. Everyone, I guarantee you there are options for colored hair. Just looking at the devs, There are options for colored hair in the games. I see it coming from a mile away.
Speaking of options, there's just one last thing that I want to share with you and the rest of the audience. Are there options for whether or not you get an Adam's apple?
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? This is exactly the team that I expected to be working on this, because I see soy, woman, soy, Adam's apple, woman, colored hair. This is exactly what you would expect.
I will say this: the people standing up look like a normal dev team.
Sure.
I don't have an issue with anyone that's standing up. The people who are sitting down,
Yeah.
I have questions. I have
Yeah.
lots of questions.
There's lots of them right there in that group. I mean, I'd honestly argue that a couple of them standing up, I've got some questions about. But yeah, the group that's sitting down there, having that, it looks like the diversity cast. Honestly, I mean, those people look to be brought in just to make everything diverse and
Mhm.
put the ideology into the game, because that's why they hire people like that. It's not to make a good game. And who knows, maybe those people are great at making games, but just based on the things that we've been seeing in the culture recently,
Mhm.
yeah, it raises a lot of questions.
You know what I didn't do research on? I don't know if you did either. Was Sweet Baby Inc. involved in with the development of this game? I honestly
That,
don't know.
well, I mean, there's Sweet Baby, there's a Baby Ghost, and several other people that could have been involved. I did not look, but we got to remember Sweet Baby is not the only company. There are several companies that get involved in development of games to try to
Mhm.
steer the way that games work.
True. And just looking on Weta Workshop, Weta Workshop should be absolute goats because they did all the props. All the chainmail in the original Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings trilogy, individually linked chains on every single piece of the costumes when they were wearing
Yes.
chainmail. They did all of that stuff. They did all the miniatures. Should be absolutely goated. Now, this subsidiary of Weta Workshop is its own. It's under the umbrella, but it operates separately from the big players, the ones that we are most accustomed to. But
Yeah.
so I just kind of wonder if they did hire some kind of diversity squad, or if I don't know, because when was the last time that we saw a video game from this company?
That would have been, I think, what, Return of the King on PS2. Were they? I think they were involved in that one.
Yeah, and those games are fucking cool.
Yeah,
They were
fantastic.
very good. Return of the King and the Two Towers. And even though the Hobbit was from a different developer and it was more puzzle based, I really did like it because it was closer to the books and didn't follow the movie.
Yeah.
But that whole trilogy of those games on PS2 were
Yes, goated. I've actually I picked up Return of the King, I think last week on PS2 just to play it again.
Mm-hmm. Now, were
But
they
no.
involved in Shadow of Mordor?
Oh, that I don't know. But what I do know is that even from the time that Shadow of War came out, which was the sequel to Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah.
I do know that these companies have changed a lot of the people that were working there. Now, you may have some of them that were the same and were the originals, and a lot of those are going to be the higher ups, but your base level devs, a lot of them, I believe, are new. And I just say that because you can look at that example happening with a lot of other companies. They've brought in younger talent, quote unquote, And those people are helping to steer things because a lot of these companies are using, we're going to take what people in the company say and integrate that into what we do with developing the game, because we're more focused on our people rather than the way that they'll say it is we're focused on our people making a good product.
So that they're basically just holding their hair back while they take massive diarrhea dumps. Making
Yes.
a good product, making sure they feel safe and secure while they shit out this thing that they're then going to sell later rather than flush it down the toilet where it belongs.
As long as they love the product, that's all that matters. They don't give a shit what we think until they don't buy it anymore.
Well, that's what I'll be damned if I'm paying a single cent to see any aspect of this game. Not like that shit.
Not touching it. There's no reason to. I already know what's going to be in it, and people are going to have a heyday making fun of this whenever it comes out. I think. I mean,
if it comes out, it's already been pushed back a year or half a year.
Yeah. But I mean, they're saying they're going to show us more later this month. So I guess we'll see what they have in store.
And when the full Monty comes out, hide your kids, hide your wife. But the GCA will be here to cover it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Our newest member, Hayden, official. This motherfucker's the bomb.
Yes.
You'll be seeing a lot more of him, both in his VTuber face and in his real face.
Yep. I'll be everywhere. Go check out our merch. We just launched it. We've got a couple of shirts and a mug in multiple different colors. So go check it out and pick it up if you want to. We'd love to see some of you guys wearing it at some of the meetups or just in pictures on Twitter. So if you do buy some and you get it in, tag us at the GCA Crew on Twitter.
Yes, at the GCA Crew on Twitter. Now that website or that Twitter account, we normally don't respond to things. We'll like things, but it's mostly just business, kind of like Geeks and Gamers does. But it will have all the links to the individual members of the GCA, and we talk constantly.
Yes.
And shit talk to each other.
Yes.
And everyone.
And join the Discord if you're not in, because we have fun.
Yes, we do. It's definitely a blast. But until next time, guys, this is Malty and Hayden.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Y'all take care. Motherfucking shit.